Hi, welcome back to Hacking Card. Fresh tale is loaded. Stay until the finish. The branch manager turned ghostly pale. His fingers shook as he grabbed the receiver. Secure the entrance doors, he instructed his staff member, and dial the authorities. Immediately. He stared at me as though I'd passed him an active explosive, rather than my late grandfather's dusty savings booklet. The very booklet my mom discarded into the bin only yesterday, labeling it useless trash better left entombed with him. She was convinced it held zero value. But certain truths won't remain underground and a few bite hard. Though I'm jumping forward, allow me to begin at the start. I'm Sophia Hale, age 31. Until that particular morning, I figured the highlight of my week would involve arguing with my building owner over the faulty heater in my unit. I serve as a legal assistant at a modest legal office in Dayton, Ohio. Nothing flashy. The salary is average. My vehicle is 13 years vintage and groans like a wounded sea creature whenever I steer left. Yet I'm effective at my role since I spot details. I pose inquiries. I persist until I uncover explanations. My relatives have forever viewed this trait as a defect. The memorial took place on a Tuesday. My grandfather, Harold Hale, departed at age 89. He resided on a simple rural property roughly 2 hours from the urban area, the sort of location featuring a sweeping veranda and endless meadows reaching the skyline. Folks figured he possessed zilch, merely an elderly gentleman in a weathered dwelling, passing his twilight days in peaceful modesty. That's precisely what my mom wished people to accept. The gathering was compact, brisk, and chilly, pure Evelyn style. My mom has long held that feelings signal frailty, and memorials are no different. She planned the entire affair like a business meeting. Half-hour ritual, 3/4 of an hour mingle, then depart. No hanging around, no excess weeping. The food came from a spot that apparently regarded mayo as its main ingredient. My grandma would have climbed out of her resting place to protest the macaroni salad. She valued quality. Evelyn doesn't. My sibling Ethan arrived 45 minutes delayed, wearing a tire pricier than my entire ride. He claimed traffic was tricky. The rural home has a stone parking area big enough for a stadium, yet sure Ethan traffic. He scarcely appeared mournful. Then again, Ethan has rarely excelled at sentiments, unless they serve him directly. He embraced our mom, offered a few handshakes, and devoted most of the gathering to scrolling his device, likely tracking his stocks. Ethan adores discussing his portfolio. I lingered in the corner observing my kin enact sorrow like a theater performance, and I reflected on my grandfather. Harold Hale worked as a bookkeeper for 4 decades. Figures spoke his tongue. He could scan a ledger and detect narratives invisible to others. He excelled at chess too. He instructed me at age 7, perched on that broad porch with a set between us and iced tea condensing in the warm breeze. He often remarked that chess concerned not the pieces taken. It involved the setups you engineered, the snares you laid, the restraint to await your rival's blunder. His cherished phrase was this: truth endures, it outlasts every falsehood. I never grasped his meaning until recently. 14 days prior to his passing, I stopped by the rural home. He appeared frail. His frame weakened, yet his gaze remained keen, intent, vibrant. He clasped my palm with unexpected force and drew me nearer. His tone was faint, yet each syllable intentional. The savings record, he murmured inside my workspace, the chess volume. Just you, Sophia, swear to me. I vowed, though unclear, I vowed. Following the memorial rite, relatives convened at the rural dwelling. Evelyn already roamed the spaces, mentioning property disposal, chatting about prospects, computing area measurements as though the remains hadn't yet cooled. Ethan agreed repeatedly, tossing occasional input. They'd evidently conferred earlier, likely even before Grandpa's final breath. I quietly retreated to his workspace. A compact chamber bordered by bookcases, carrying the aroma of aged pages and pipe smoke. Grandpa ceased tobacco 2 decades earlier, but the fragrance lingered. I located the chess volume swiftly. Advanced Closing Strategies, Expert Edition. His top pick. We'd analyzed its setups countless occasions. I withdrew it from the rack and sensed odd weight. I flipped it open and my pulse halted. The leaves were carved hollow. Nestled within rested a vintage hide-covered savings booklet frayed at corners, resembling an item from a vintage shop. It appeared antique from a distant period. I carried it into the main room, eager, wishing to reveal this find to my kin. That proved my error. Evelyn spotted it before I uttered a syllable. Her response struck instantly, overly swift, overly intense. She strode across in 3 paces, seized it from my grasp, glanced barely before hurling it straight into the kitchen bin. Pure refuse, she declared, outdated holdings that vanished long ago. It belonged buried alongside him. Stop rummaging his belongings, Sophia. That's improper. Ethan chuckled from the sofa. Forever the emotional type, huh, Soph? They shared a glance, fleeting, nearly unseen, yet I caught it. 8 years in legal support taught me that glance. It's the expression folks exchange when concealing something, fearing another's approach to their guarded truth. That evening's sleep escaped me. My mind replayed Mom's outburst. If worthless, why fury? Why not mere indifference? Why such urgent, forceful disposal? And my thoughts returned to grandfather, his piercing stare, his purposeful phrasing. A bookkeeper 4 decades. He committed no errors in figures or records. Concealing a booklet inside a chest tome and directing solely me meant purpose. Fury surfaces only when concealing exists. By 5 a.m., resolve formed. I'd return to that rural dwelling. The booklet remained in refuse, and I'd uncover Mom's fierce desire to entomb it. Before proceeding, kindly subscribe and drop in comments your viewing spot plus current local time. I notice it all, grateful for your backing. The journey back required 2 hours under pre-dawn dimness. Radio stayed silent. Reflection demanded focus. Grandfather embodied patience, precision, calculation. 4 decades bookkeeping, monitoring figures, detecting anomalies, recording faithfully. Chess played as though foreseeing 15 steps forward. Randomness never guided him. He concealed no savings records in gutted volumes or murmured veiled directives without cause. Mom flung refuse aggressively, only when fearful. I reached the rural home as dawn first touched the meadows. Sky brushed violet and amber hues. No vehicles, solitude complete. Ideal. I entered using Grandpa's hidden key beneath 3rd veranda plank. Dwelling hushed, almost expectant. Direct to kitchen. Been untouched since prior. I extracted sack placed on tiles, commenced search. There stood I, educated adult, arms buried in waste at 5:40 a.m. Resembling nocturnal scavenger in office wear. Grandfather would have grinned. Therapist would have inquired deeply. Booklet rested low, beneath grounds and napkins left over from memorial food. I retrieved, cleaned with cuff, inspected thoroughly first time. Hide exterior aged, crafted vintage appearance. Yet opening revealed discrepancy. Account digits mismatched antique style. Sequence excessively lengthy, excessively current. Then discovered message. Folded tiny within binding spine, 1074122289. They remain unaware of this account. Request complete transaction record. Rely on nobody familial. Solely you, Sophia. I reread thrice. They remain unaware, referring Evelyn, referring Ethan. Grandfather concealed from own household. Trusted exclusively me. I captured images of all. Booklet message digits, instantly back to secure online vault. Legal office habit, papers vanish, records disappear, digital copies endure. Drove home, booklet secured, mind ablaze with queries. First ring arrived 10 a.m. Evelyn. Voice honeyed, worried, nurturing, all she lacks naturally. Merely ensuring your well-being post yesterday, she stated. Difficult occasion for everyone. I paused. More incoming. You removed nothing from rural property, correct? All items estate property now. Requires proper inventory prior disposal. I responded fluidly. Merely Grandpa's chess volume, for nostalgia, silence stretched. I sensed her weighing, evaluating push. Then tone eased. Fine. Acceptable, yet cease exploring his possessions further, Sophia. Certain matters best untouched. Your grandfather, well. He declined mentally recent years. Reality blurred sometimes. I stayed mute. Internally roared. 14 days earlier, grandfather met my gaze, issued precise guidance. Savings record, chess volume, exclusively me, not bewildered elder, strategic elder, deliberate elder. Second ring arrived 7 p.m. Ethan. Brother absent, voluntary contact, 6 months. Suddenly desired conversation. Brother initiating contact resembled feline volunteering tax preparation. Last voluntary Ethan reached 3 years past. Inquired dad's club's existence. Possessed, he claimed. Vanished thereafter, patterns become recognizable. "Hey, Soph," he began. Tone overly relaxed, overly warm. "Mom noted your interest in grandpa belongings, wanted confirming your condition." "I'm all right," I replied, merely adjusting. He murmured understanding, then cautiously. "You realize grandpa owned little?" "Yes. Rural dwelling, basic furnishings. Mom and I discussed already. She manages disposal. I'll oversee land matters, no concern needed from you." "Precisely." They'd allocated already. Evelyn claims funds, Ethan claims land, Sophia claims nothing. They presumed acceptance, presumed silence. His closing remark, "Simply release it, Soph. You understand Mom's temperament, not worth conflict." Post-call, apartment silence allowed timing reflection. Evelyn rang 10 a.m., Ethan rang 7 p.m., 9-hour gap. Seemed coordinated. Seemed verifying knowledge, aligning narratives, securing consistency. Fear drove them, precisely why I log everything. Discussions, dates, specifics. Legal office teaches memories falter, records persist. I transcribed both exchanges verbatim. Timestamps, lengths, wording, re-examined booklet, grandfather's message. Digits too contemporary for antique hide. Next day, personal leave. Heading bankward, uncovering grandfather's concealment. Whatever Mom desperately entombed, I'd expose. Requested personal leave, boss approved easily. Habit of 0 absences helps. Bank journey 2 hours. Regional trust merged long ago, yet primary office persisted in tiny Milford town. Single stoplight. Diner likely pouring identical brew since 1975. Entered 9:20 carrying booklet, identification, grandfather's passing document, kinship proofs. Anticipated little. Perhaps forgotten modest sum, perhaps clarity. Counter clerk youthful, smiled approaching. Accepted booklet, studied politely, entered digits. Smile vanished. She stepped aside, phoned quietly, murmured inaudibly. 20 minutes elapsed. Lobby wait taught clock watching futility. Perhaps Evelyn correct, perhaps nothing. Perhaps 2-hour drive for void and frustration. Wait extended, absorbed guard's biography. Name Gary. Preparing half marathon. Spouse banned carbs. Never witnessed man so forlorn near free peppermints. Then suited gentleman approached, tall, silvered sides, professionally blank expression. Introduced Marcus Reynolds, area supervisor, invited to office. Fingers trembled, slightly accepting booklet. Inspected as potential hazard. Settled deeply, exhaled lengthy. Ms. Hale, he stated cautiously, system marks this holding. Stomach sank. Marked. Rarely positive term, yet continued, not your actions, its background, he clarified. Holding open 2010, contrary vintage exterior implication. Grandfather intentionally vintage disguised, concealed. Interest-bearing deposit, undisturbed 14 years. Balance, he noted, past paper, $2,153,419. Viewing figure prompted noise resembling startled feline mishap. Gasp, wheeze, collapse urge. Supervisor offered beverage. I craved harder liquor over 2 million. Grandfather assumed destitute, modest rural life, same jackets decades, concealed over 2 million unknown account. Yet Marcus Reynolds expressed increasing concern. Additional detail, he added. 2016 someone sought withdrawal, presented guardianship papers for Harold Hale, appeared authentic authorization. Security protocol detected signature variances. Attempt blocked, recorded securely, throat parched. Who I inquired, already certain. Reynolds checked files. Applicant named Evelyn Hale, hesitated. Family connection, my mom. Mom attempted theft 9 years prior, unsuccessful yet attempted. Reynolds summoned colleagues, security specialist, legal representative arrived. Retrieved historical files, cross-referenced prior institutions. Picture devastating. Grandfather amassed wealth, parental legacy 1996, prudently grown. By 2010, father's passing, Evelyn assumed oversight, holdings exceeded million across holdings. Evelyn discovered. 5 years 2011-2016 systematically withdrew. Transfer after transfer, utilizing guardianship papers, forged authorizations. Stole roughly 1.6 million. Yet Harold bookkeeper. Detected. Legally blocked via declared incompetence ruling. Police disbelieved elder versus caring relative. Trapped. Thus sole option, concealed remainder. 2010 realization, secretly established holding, moved million, vintage disguise, silent. Life raft, safeguard, chess masterstroke versus thief. Reynolds regarded me admiringly. Final detail, 2020 grandfather lodged fraud report, alleged daughter-in-law theft. Claimed disbelief due incompetence label. Paused. Action stalled absent original proofs, asset evidence this. Displayed booklet. Grandfather sought robbery proof, now delivered posthumously. I gripped chair, comprehended Harold persisted. Refused surrender. 9 years evidence assembly, preparation, awaited moment, entrusted completion to me. Reynolds lifted receiver. Ms. Hale, security and authorities required, holding evidences major offenses. I assented gradually, arrived anticipating nothing, perhaps closure. Departed with millions and maternal theft proof, grandfather undoubtedly approving. If journey still holds you, heartfelt thanks. Subscribe please if missed. Your support invaluable, finest segment approaches. Authorities reached bank 2 hours post Reynolds alert. 2 financial crime investigators, notebooks ready, seasoned expressions. Senior abuse, rapidly rising offense, nearly always kin perpetrated. Primary detective Carla Ramirez, 40s, keen gaze, direct manner. 15 years financial probes, shared memorable insight. These matters wound me repeatedly, victims ensnared, dependent upon thieves, affection toward abusers, disbelief when speaking, gazed at booklet. Your grandfather resisted solely via records, proof, endurance. Probe accelerated. Reynolds supplied bank logs. 2016 attempt fully archived. Forged marks, bogus guardianship, blocking alerts preserved digitally like fossilized evidence. Yet mere commencement. 3 days post-bank visit, transformative call. Elderly yet firm voice. Lawrence Barrett, counsel, 76, Harold's companion 4 decades. Grandfather directed contact solely you upon passing, none else familial. Explicit, drove to practice afternoon. Modest setup, quiet district, wooden racks, aged certificates framed. Barrett greeted warmly. Tall, age bent slightly, firm grip, gentle eyes. Harold and I dueled chess, 40 years he shared. Most systematic individual known. 2021 approached, revealing situation, accepted instantly. Harold accused sparingly, never baseless. Guided to workspace, thick binder placed. Grandfather constructed 4 years. New disbelief alive, prepared posthumously. Trembling, opened binder. Contained all. Forged guardianship copies beside genuine signature samples. Variances subtle, detectable upon scrutiny. Curves overly uniform. Ink pressure consistent unnaturally. Mom traced signatures, fooled casually, not bank systems, not lifelong bookkeeper spotting anomalies. Statements, logs, grandfather handwritten chronicle every unauthorized movement, every cover lie. Timestamps, sums, references, 4 years precision, sealed envelope bottom, notarized affidavit 2023. Read gradually, grandfather's tone resonated, described fully. Evelyn seized finances, posts on 2010. Convinced physicians dementia non-existent. Isolated externally, managed communications, visits, knowledge. Systematic theft while feigning devotion. Closing affidavit struck deeply. Sound judgment intact, fully aware actions. Evidence bequeathed granddaughter Sophia sole righteous actor. Always questioned avoided topics. Trust her completion. Office tears flowed, not grief profounder, honor perhaps. Sorrow for isolated truth-bearing years unbelieved. Ramirez phone next day, further revelations, unrelated mom initially. Money pathway traced post-theft, discovered sibling Ethan detail. Golden offspring Ethan, tailored outfits, stock holdings, superiority heir. Not passive recipient, Ramirez continued. Formed dummy entity, Ellis Ventures LLC, middle name based. Over 650,000 cycled through 5 years. Active conspirator, Ms. Hale, not bystander. Brother urging release. Brother mocking sentimentality. Brother aided maternal theft, constructed lifestyle atop proceeds. Residence, vehicle, holdings, pilfered, concealed via paperwork, kin deception. Revelations continued. Ramirez unit background reviewed all. Routine. Mother's history surfaced explanatory. 2003 Evelyn's mother deceased. Roughly 220,000 savings. Estate closure near zero remainder. Relatives suspected unproven. Funds evaporated. Mother repeated pattern, own mother 2 decades pre-Harold. Grandfather aware, reason perpetual distrust. Reason meticulous caution, preparation. Pattern recognized, capability understood. Final years ensured no repeat success. Ramirez requested full cooperation. Silence, no alerts, no confrontations, normalcy pretense while case solidified. 14 days deception, facing thieves, funeral smiles, estate division like scavengers. Sunday meal at mom's residence agony. Mom's roast always poultry violation fitting tonight. Swallowed poor choices evidence opposite lifelong poor choice practitioner. Evelyn discussed rural sale. Buyer secured, solid sum, swift transfer. Ethan concurred, shared upcoming venture enthusiasm. Utter certainty escape complete. Meal conclusion, Evelyn drew aside. Tone gentle, caring, maternal, masterful act. We clash occasionally, yet kin. Grandfather desired unity, mutual aid. Neutral expression maintained. Naturally mom, kin priority. 14 days pretending unawareness maternal criminality. Neighbor complaints, market prices, calls tempted, retort. No else costly mom. Penitentiary, waited, recorded, trusted procedure. Grandfather chess instruction, age 7. Premier teaching, optimal action rarely apparent, occasionally sacrifice peace victory. He sacrificed twilight years trap setting. Knew unseen spring, yet knew my role. Thursday dawn call. Ramirez composed. Ms. Hale warrants active today. Simultaneous detentions, thought you'd wish awareness. Gratitude expressed, disconnected, silent reflection. Mother faced total loss. Brother learned treachery cost. Grandfather endurance rewarded. Detentions executed 7 a.m. precisely synchronized. No forewarning, no mutual contact, no evidence erasure. Ramirez orchestrated flawlessly. Absent personally, Ramirez detailed later, satisfaction undeniable. Mother open door robed, mug steaming. Badges visible, mask fractured momentarily. Imagined world crumbling gradual. Ramirez displayed order. Charges recited. Deception, falsification, senior exploitation, larceny. Mother final ploy. Voice level, logical, lifelong evasion expert. Misunderstanding, she asserted. Father-in-law unstable mentally, unaware statements. Protection intent. Ramirez unmoved. Madam, 4-year evidence archive, notarized victim declaration, attorney witnessed, bank attempt logs, unknown account, precise fund pathway, not error, accountability. Mother restrained, escorted vehicle. No outburst, no theatrics, merely prolonged falsehood expiration. Simultaneously distant, brother office meeting interrupted officers. Reported pallor, attempted clarification, confusion, attorney mention. Officers uninterested bargaining. Ethan restrained publicly colleagues. Reputation perished conference room moment. Recovery impossible post money laundering, arrest workplace. Proceedings advanced months. Attended select sessions, observed proof accumulation. Mother's assurance erode gradually prosecution strength. Counsel attempted various defenses. Incompetence invalidating declaration. Prosecution summoned trio physicians, examined grandfather historically. All affirmed no dementia evidence. Lucid, coherent, conscious. Incompetence ruling falsified via Evelyn misinformation. Court unsympathetic. Ethan's counsel alternative, private approach offer. Ethan witness against mother reduced term. Claimed manipulation, partial awareness, victim status. Counsel relayed cautiously. Sibling desires rectification. Full cooperation readiness. Considered 3 seconds. Inform brother grandfather chess instructor. Chess avoids pawn bargains. Irrelevant anyway. Prosecutors declined cooperation. Dummy entity demonstrated active concealment. Structures created, documents executed, movements authorized. Aware origin. Concealment assisted. No bargain, complete prosecution. February frigid sentencing, 3 months post-detention. Federal building, timber walls, national banner behind justice seat. Pre-sentence prosecutor requested victim statement presentation, heralds. Silence fell courtroom. Words read aloud. Daughter-in-law pilfered funds dignity. Convinced society mental decline while depleting savings. Disbelieved universally, yet clarity intact. Actions recognized fully. Record preserved eventual truth emergence. Mother's features observed words resonating. Forward stare blank. Hands trembled. Ethan avoided gaze, shrunk visibly. Reduced. Former assured sibling vanished. Merely individual wagering falsehood lost. Sentences pronounced. Evelyn Hale, 8 years federal incarceration. Parole ineligible. Complete repayment mandated. Possessions liquidated, estate return. Ethan Hale, 4 years federal incarceration, felony permanent, investment profession, professional standing, manufactured prosperity image, terminated. Courtroom seated, unexpected sensation arrived. Not victory, not pleasure, mere serene closure. Final page turned. Post-hearing Ramirez hallway located. Grandfather proud undoubtedly stated. Battled prolonged, you concluded. Gratitude offered. Handshake. Courthouse exit February chill. Later Ethan's counsel final contact. Visitation prison consideration brother requested. Apology desire. Clarification wish. Replied consideration pending. Still considering, 6 months elapsed, likely continue. Certain regrets tardy, certain justifications unworthy hearing, device notified. Lawrence Barrett message. Grandfather additional item. Final element. Ready office visit, another posthumous maneuver. Herald incomplete yet. Visited Barrett office sentencing plus 2 days. February gust sharp, sunshine vivid. First occasion months unrestricted breath. Barrett prepared tea, solitary envelope desktop. Name inscribed grandfather precise script. Directed delivery post-resolution Barrett explained. Timing deliberate. Desired reading appreciation moment. Envelope accepted. Lightweight, paper merely, yet gravity known. Pre-opening Barrett outlined resolution. Hidden holding 2.1 million mine. Herald testament long safeguarded Barrett, sole heir designation explicit. Mother sibling expressly omitted explanatory records. Further, repayment initiated. Seized possessions liquidated estate addition. Rural proceeds mom intended retention redirected me. Approximate total post-processing 2.6 million. Acknowledged funds distant conceptually. Envelope contents craved. Opened delicately, 2 sheets handwriting front-back grandfather. Letter 1 month pre-passing dated. Dearest Sophia commenced. Reading signifies booklet discovery, trail pursuit. Expected action performed, chosen you rationale desired understanding. Sibling mother's child always. Observed maturation absorbing her principles, expedience, outcome validation. Hope transformation, hope unreliable. Bookkeeper trusts data over hope. Mother affection absent toward me. Valued representation, stability, status, resource command. Father passing, opportunity perceived, vulnerable elder wealth unprotected. Perceived simplicity. Mistaken, detected activity near commencement. Bookkeeper Sophia. 40 years discrepancy detection, fraud identification. Believed unnoticed disappearance, yet confined. Legal control hers. Mental decline conviction universal. Resistance attempts tightened hold. Speech attempts silenced. Best skill employed. Recorded, prepared, awaited. Truth endures, Sophia. Outlasts falsehood eternally. Concealed possible evidence assembled, Barrett instructed, completion trusted you, always distinct. Visited desire, not expectation. Chess played enjoyment, not legacy. Questions discomforted mother, easy responses rejected. Selection rationale, booklet discovery guaranteed truth pursuit. Truth discovery guaranteed righteous action. Burden regret. Family exposure hardship regret. Ease absent. Pain anticipated, strength sufficient, carriage known. Thrive Sophia, resources meaningful purpose. Construct enduring, find joy. Final years unwinnable struggle fought, victory ensured yours. Gratitude granddaughter embodiment hoped. Eternal affection grandpa herald. Barrett office tears permitted. Not sorrowful, profounder restoration perhaps. Grandfather perceived truly. Outsider familial sensation, recognized authenticity, entrusted paramount, not solely wealth, righteousness. 6 months prior. Legal position resigned, obligations cleared, modest downtown structure acquired. Narrow shopfront expansive glazing, excellent illumination. Bookstore established, cozy seating, coffee aroma, narrative-filled racks awaiting exploration. Titled Hail Haven, grandfather would have chuckled. Pun appreciation constant. Rear section chest setup, dual seats, board prepared. Patrons occasionally engage, occasionally participate. Overhead grandfather portrait framed beside wooden frame cherished maxim, truth endures. Outlast every falsehood. Mother occasional prison correspondence, lengthy justifications, blame shifting, forgiveness appeals, claims family betrayal, claims destruction total, claims debt owed. Unanswered, certain thresholds permanently sealed. Ethan's spouse departed, associates vanished. Release future felony permanent, 0 legacy supposed achievements. Possessors via theft now possess nothing. Myself possesses bookstore. Serenity. Awareness grandfather, Twilight Justice battle, delivery mine, grateful immensely viewing. Additional compelling narrative screen ready. Select one immediately, finest segment awaits. You'll adore, next tale soon.